everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Elle Gilbert, a former Eagan Funfest ambassador and current member of the Eagan Funfest Ambassador Committee. We would like you to get to know our program and current reigning ambassadors a little bit better. So joining me today are our 6 wonderful representatives. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Warren. I'm 12 years old. I go to Friendly Hills Middle School, and my sponsor is Emmanuel and POTUS. Emmanuel and POTUS is a consulting engineering firm. They provide air, water, power, and light to places that matter.
Hi, my name is Kaya Daly. I'm 13 years old. I go to Blackhawk Middle School, and my sponsor is Eagan Family Dentistry. Eagan Family Dentistry is my dentist in Eagan.
Hi, my name is Kate Martin. I'm 16 years old. I go to Eagan High School, and I'm sponsored by Orthodontics by Zerbal, and I used to go to this orthodontics in Eagan.
Hi, I'm Sammy Martin. I'm 16 years old. I go to Eagan High School, and my sponsor is Joyce at Amic Home Loans.
My name is Amelia Noonan. I'm 12 years old. I go to Falcon Ridge Middle School, and my sponsor is Helping Hands Chiropractic. Helping Hands Chiropractic is a chiropractic service in Eagan.
Hi, my name is Ashley Rosser. I'm 17 years old and I go to Eagan High School as well. And my sponsor is CarX Tire and Auto of Eagan. And they basically can do anything for your cars, whether it's an oil change, rotating your tires, anything like that. And my family's been going to them for over 10 years, so we just really love them.
I would like to note that with the current coronavirus pandemic, our FunFest celebration has been canceled this year. The health and safety of all Eagan residents and surrounding communities remains our top priority. That being said, all of our ambassadors have graciously agreed to continue in their current roles for another year. So we're excited to keep you. Let's dive into some questions. What do you girls say?
Yeah.
All right, first question. Looking back on your year so far, what has been the most fun aspect of being an ambassador?
I would say being part of the community and going to see places and help volunteer.
One of my favorite things is hanging out with the other ambassadors. I've had so much volunteering with you guys at all the events so far.
I would say my favorite part is meeting all of the new people that I see like at new events and parades. I think that's the best part for me.
One of my favorite parts about being in the program is definitely talking to other ambassador programs and just like comparing them and talking about our events that we do.
One of my favorite parts of the program is meeting other ambassadors and just learning more about the other ambassadors too.
My favorite aspect of the program is just getting to attend events that I wouldn't normally attend if I wasn't an ambassador, like coronations, because some of those can be really cool and fun just to watch.
You all have very busy schedules, as with just about all of the ambassadors that go through our program. You're involved in dance, gymnastics, acting, soccer, so many other activities. Describe how you were able to meet the requirements of the ambassador events while maintaining participation in your other activities.
How I do it is if I have to be somewhere that day, I make sure I let them know beforehand. And also, if I can go to some of them and then go to other ambassador events some other time and make sure to keep up with everything.
With ambassadors, I have to be a bit more selective with like what things I want to do. Like sometimes I have to put ambassadors first before other events. And if I want to join something like ski club or hanging out with my friends, I have to be available. I have to put my events first.
I just have to make sure that I manage my time very well and that I'm using like all of my time the best that I can, and like making sure, like Kaya said, like hanging out with friends and just like making sure that you have like certain times where you're with friends and like certain times where you're at events, which is like really important because otherwise this wouldn't work.
Yeah, I agree. A big thing is time management. So if I have an event, I make sure I clear my schedule that and take off work. It's nice because most of the events are posted ahead of time, which is really nice with my schedule. So I'm able to work around that. And if I can't make an event, I'll let them know. With it.
Yeah, I agree with Sammy. I make sure my schedule is clear for that day.
Personally, I am really busy with soccer because we constantly have games and tournaments and all that stuff. And for me, it really helps that the Eagan Funfest committee is super flexible, especially in my candidacy. I would miss events, but they were really nice in letting me make them up or doubling up and doing two things on one day, which was really helpful. And they also provide us with optional events, which if we were to miss an event, going to an optional one would help us regain like that one event that we would miss, which is super helpful.
Very well said, ladies. We make it easy for you, very flexible. Describe one thing you have learned from working as a team with your other ambassadors.
Learned is to make sure to let people know where you're going and being very like talking to each other, telling them what you're gonna do if you're gonna go somewhere else, or like if you have to leave early, you have to like make sure you tell and like communicate with everyone.
Something I've learned is that it's much funner when you get to work together as a team, and like whenever we decorate our parade float together, it always, you don't have to do everything by yourself because everybody else is helping out too.
I agree with Lauren. I think that communication is definitely key, and I think that it's really important, especially with like how far we are and how far we're gonna be, especially like being an ambassador for 2 years. Like I think it's really important that we stay communicating, and that's how it's worked so far.
Yeah, I also agree. I think it's one of the key things is communicating because, well, especially now, you don't get to see each other as much, so keeping in touch is really nice. And it's just nice that we have all of us because we definitely get things done a lot faster and more efficiently. So just staying together helps a lot.
I know this is going to sound repetitive, but I also agree. Communication and building your friendship is really key to having a good ambassador experience.
I kind of agree with Kaya with when she said it's really fun to just all work together as a team because it's a lot more fun than being on your own and you get things done faster.
Ambassadors represent the Funfest throughout the year at many events outside of Eagan. What was your favorite event outside of the city that you participated in?
My favorite personally is the Hudson Pepper Fest because I love going there and seeing all the other royalty and being able to do a spaghetti eating contest with my fellow ambassadors.
I liked, outside of Eagan, I really liked the state fair because it was really fun to spend most of the day with the other ambassadors, and it was also really fun to be in the same parade float with the other ambassador groups.
My favorite event outside of Eagan was definitely the St. Paul Winter Carnival especially because the Queen weekend, so we got to see a bunch of different ambassadors from like all over, from Minnesota and Wisconsin, and then also at the parade we got to meet up with the junior ambassadors. So I thought that was a really fun weekend, and yeah, it was super fun.
My favorite event was also the St. Paul Winter Carnival. It was really fun because we got roomed with people that we didn't really know, so you got super close with other ambassadors, and they introduced you to like their royalty group. So like the whole time you're just getting super close and talking about just different things in your like ambassador events and stuff, and it was just really cool to get to know other people.
My favorite event was the North Hudson Pepper Fest because my mom is from North Hudson and I go with my grandma every year, and this year was extra special because I was in the parade.
My favorite event was the St. Paul Winter Carnival coronation. So it was probably one of the biggest coronations we ever went to, and it was just super cool because they had a circus show during it, and I've just never seen anything like it.
A lot of fun events that hopefully you get to experience again this year. So Kate and Sammy, your older sister was an ambassador in 2016, and she was such a joy to work with. Now you both get to experience it together as twin sisters. Tell us what this year and entire experience has meant for you.
I thought it was really cool because I didn't really know if we would both be in it together, and we weren't really expecting that. But now that it happened, I think that it's been an amazing experience, especially that I get to spend it with Sammy. And I don't know. I mean, like, I like meeting like so many other new people and like the people like our ambassadors, but and especially Kenzie like giving us this opportunity and like recommending it to us. I just think it's so cool that we get to do it together.
Yeah, I agree. Kate and I do mostly everything together. So when we both got crowned, I thought it was really cool. And we both have a lot of fun together. And I don't know, it's just, it would be a lot different if one of us was in it because I know the other one would be kind of missing out. But it's just really nice to go through it with her and we keep each other on track with events and stuff. So it's nice to have her to help me out.
Such a unique and memorable experience for your whole family, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, question for everybody again. Describe how being an ambassador has changed you.
How it's changed me is it's made me more confident speaking out to new people, old people, like everyone. And when you go to school, you get to make more friends because you're more confident and you go up to people and say hi, hello, and you make more friends during that.
Like I said earlier, I've learned how to manage my time like a lot better because I have to plan everything so then I'll get to events on time and then I can get to the event at the right time period.
Ambassadors has really upped my confidence, like Lauren said, and it's made me meet a lot of new people that I wouldn't have met without this opportunity. And I think that it's nice because I get to like talk to all these new people that I never would have before.
Yeah, being an ambassador has definitely helped me with time management, which is something I will need a lot in the future. And it's also helped me with social skills because I am more willing to go to people and start a conversation. And it's definitely made me find a new passion for volunteering, which I didn't really have as much before.
Like Lauren and Kate said, it's helped me boost my confidence, and it's just also been nice to meet new people that I haven't met before and be more confident to go and say hi to someone new.
For me, it's helped me just socially in general, but especially just one-on-one conversations because I've had to have so many different conversations with different people and just feel comfortable and keep the conversation going without it getting awkward, which has helped me a lot.
It's really fascinating because you get to grow personally throughout the year, but you also gain skills that you can use in college and in your life, your work life, just life in general afterwards. What did your friends and family think about you being an ambassador?
I first told my mom and dad and everyone that was there with me when I was getting coronated. They were extremely happy and we went all out to go eat afterwards because they were so proud of me and how much more confident I sound on stage because of this. And the rest of my family, when I told them, they were super excited and they were all like hugging me and saying congratulations and how lucky I was.
My family was also super excited for me and they've enjoyed going to all the events, so it was kind of a win-win for all of us. And my friends also thought that it was really cool and they were excited to see me in the 4th of July parade.
My friends and family have been super supportive through this whole entire process, which is so nice. And they were super happy when me and Sammy got coordinated and like everyone else. And it was just, my parents especially, they've done a lot. They've like helped me stay on task with like all the events that we do. And just like they've always been supportive. And yeah.
My parents definitely love the program and they love how Kate and I both became ambassadors, and I know that they think really highly of the program and they're super proud of all the events we've accomplished. And I know my friends think the same, and I think they like the volunteer aspect of it because you kind of need a lot of that for the future. So I think they think that's really cool, and same with my family.
My family and friends and teachers, when I told them, they were super supportive and they thought it was super cool that I had this experience. And I'm really glad that I did.
I've always been a super independent person, so when I found this program and brought it up to my parents, they were both super supportive and they just thought it was a cool opportunity for me to do. And once I got it, my whole family was excited and just proud of me.
As we talked about earlier, each candidate finds a sponsor to support them during their candidacy and potential reign as an ambassador. Tell us about how you chose your sponsor and how you decided to approach them.
It was mine because my dad works at Emmanuelson POTUS, so he knew the boss that worked there. And we both decided that we should probably go and talk to him. So my dad went and talked to him, and he was so excited, the boss, to like sponsor me and just like be a part of this whole entire thing.
When I first heard that I needed a sponsor, I wanted to have someone that like I've known for a while. So after a bit, I decided that I wanted to have Eagan Family Dentistry because I had known them for a while. So me and my mom, we emailed them, and then we went and met them in person, and I told them about the program, and then they agreed to be my sponsor.
So my sponsor is Orthodontics by Zerbal, and my mom and I thought that I would be the perfect sponsor for me. So we both emailed them, and they were super happy. They were like, yes, for sure. And then I met up with her again and asked her some questions, and it all worked out at the end.
So my sponsor is actually my uncle. So I just called him and told him about the program, and he was really excited, and he thought it would also be a good way to get his company out there.
My sponsors are actually my neighbors, and I've known them for a super long time because they've been walking their two little pugs down the block ever since I was super little. And they were my sponsors the year before when I ran for ambassador, and we asked them again, and they said they'd willingly do it.
So as I said earlier, my family's been going to CarX Tire and Auto for a long time, like over 10 years now. And they've just always helped us a lot with our cars and stuff. And we know them really well, and the owner of CarX Tire and Auto. So we asked him, and he said he would right away and thought it was super cool.
You all have personal connections with your sponsors, which is really neat. And it's nice that they support our program and we support local businesses. What was your favorite volunteer event this past year?
I would say food shelf because I got to be with my fellow ambassadors and we got to talk and help people out there that need food, and so then they don't have to worry about it.
One of my favorite volunteer events so far, I think, was probably the father-daughter dance because it was really fun to help the little kids that came with their dad and help them with the crafts and then like dance with them afterwards.
My favorite volunteering event was the same as Lauren's. I also liked how we did the open door thing because I'm pretty sure that was a new thing this year. And I also thought it was really cool because you could see like what kind of impact we were making, like stocking the shelves and like helping out people who like really need our help, which I thought was really cool that we were making a difference.
I don't really remember the specific name of it, but my favorite volunteer event was when we helped Santa with the gifts and help him give it to other children because I thought it was really fun, and just seeing the children's smiles on their face when they got the gift, it was super cute, and it made me feel like we were. And another thing was it was just really fun for all of us because I know we all had a lot of fun and we made a lot of memories.
My favorite event was the father-daughter dance because it was just fun meeting all the little girls and dancing with them and seeing how much fun they had.
I also love the open door, but another one that was fun was the one we did at the beginning of our reign. It was like a movie in the park, and we had to help set up games and just play with the kids, which was super fun.
You all had a lot of meaningful ways to give back this year. Ashley, what is the difference between appearances and volunteer events?
So appearances are things like coronations or parades where we go to support other communities in hopes for also gaining support for Eagan as well. And then volunteer events are things that we did, like what we just said, what like Feed My Starving Children, the Open Door, and things like that. And that's our way of making an impact on our community and just the world in general, and helping those who are in need of it.
You have all graciously accepted the chance to stay in our program for one more year as in your role as an ambassador. What do you hope to gain out of your extended reign and this extra time that you have?
Nervous and getting up and like saying to people. Even though I am still confident, it's a little bit hard sometimes. So I'm going to get better at that.
I hope to be able to volunteer more, because then when our reign is over, then I'll be able to still be able to volunteer as much as we did, and then I can continue on in the rest of my life doing that.
As Kai said, I'd hope to volunteer more and especially meet new people and make more friends, especially like from other communities, and just because I love like seeing new faces and like meeting new people. So volunteering and just like making new connections with other people.
Now that we have another year, looking back, I kind of want to branch out a little bit more and kind of soak up the moment more, because it's almost over, but now we have another year. So kind of just enjoying the moment more would be nice, and just to know about the fullest experience I could.
What I'm hoping for is to have stronger friendships with everyone and other communities, so I can have friends for life, hopefully.
Yeah, kind of what Amelia said. I'm just looking forward to getting close with all the Eagan girls, because I mean, 1 year is a long time, but being with them for 2 years will help us get really close and just spend a lot of time together. And I also hope to just meet new girls, because like at the St. Paul Winter Carnival, I got super close with some girls, like the girls I was rooming with, so it'd be cool to meet even more girls.
As I said earlier, we are so excited we get to keep you all for another year. That wraps up our ambassador focused questions. Great job, ladies. It was really fun to hear about all of your experiences this past year. As everyone is affected by the current pandemic, I would like to know how you have been doing throughout the situation. What has been the hardest part about having school from home or just being virtual like this in general?
I'd say the hardest part is not being able to really be in real life with your teachers, your friends, and not really being able to like look away from like a screen. You always have to like look, and then while you're at school, you can actually like see other people and not like virtually.
I would have to say that the hardest part is not being able to see my friends, my teachers, and not being able to go to ambassador events, not being able to hang out with anybody, because that was really fun for me back when we could actually go places, and I miss not being able to hang out with my friends all the time.
I would say the worst part, like Lauren said, is like always looking at a screen all the time, because like that's the only way you can see your friends, and like that's the only way I can see you guys. So it's not the best thing, but hopefully it'll be over soon. So
Yeah, I would say the hardest thing is being technology based, because I know I have a lot of problems with like homework, especially like it glitches out, I can't turn it in. So that's just really frustrating. And the other thing is I really miss my friends, and I just can't wait for this whole thing to be over, because it's hard to stay in communication with everyone.
I would have to say the hardest thing for me is staying in touch with my friends, since I don't have a lot of my friends' phone numbers. So I just have to adjust to that and hopefully get closer to people that I haven't talked to in a while.
One thing that I miss about being in school is just that immediate reaction you always get when you ask your teachers questions. They can respond right away, and you can just know what you need to do right away. But now we have to message them and wait for a response, and it feels like you're just sitting around all day. And I also just miss seeing my friends, because friends make school a lot more fun.
Yeah. What have you all been up to during quarantine, aside from school?
Is playing with my dogs and doing a lot of puzzles. I'm currently actually working on one, which is really fun. And hanging out with family and just being able to be with them more than we were before.
Quarantine has been like a really great time for me to like catch up on things that I wouldn't normally have time to do. So I've been doing like a lot of art, baking. I've been going outside a lot, and I recently got a skateboard, learning how to do that now.
Same with Kaya. Okay, I also got a longboard, so I've been doing that outside. So I've been like outside a lot, and then besides that, I've also been working a lot. And I've also just like been with my family a lot because there's nowhere else to go.
Something I've been doing is organizing and cleaning because I didn't really have time before, but now I have the extra time, so it's nice to get everything organized. Also, I love to take my dog on walks every once in a while because it's nice for him to get outside and it's nice for me to get outside.
Something that I've been doing is reading and writing a lot. I've been rereading my favorite books and the School for Good and Evil series in anticipation of their new book coming out, the final book coming out in June.
I've kind of just been binging Netflix a lot. I found a lot of good shows that have been coming out, so that's been a lot of what I've been doing. But then I also, since soccer's canceled now, I actually have to work out on my own, which kind of sucks. But I've been working out a lot from home too now.
Yeah, I have to agree with all of you. A lot of quality family time, a lot of Netflix and Hulu, and getting things done that I didn't have time to before. So what has gotten you through this difficult time?
Say what's been getting me through this time is being with family and having them lean on you and you lean on them a little bit more, and being able to communicate more than you used to.
Honestly, it hasn't really been that hard for me. Besides missing my friends and all of our events, I've been kind of enjoying online learning, and I like all the free time that we now have.
I would just say like being with my family and like being able to talk to my friends over my phone, which is nice because I miss them, so I can easily like text them or FaceTime them.
Definitely have a twin sister around because then there's always something to do. Also, just having my phone because I can stay in contact with a lot of people, and it's just nice to make sure that you guys are staying in contact.
I'd have to say what's getting me through is reading and watching movies because I can pull myself away from reality and just dive into somewhere else.
Yeah, what's getting me through quarantine is just kind of all the free time I've been getting because I usually have a super busy schedule. So it's nice to just get a break from all of that, especially now school it's usually like 7 hours long, but now I'm only spending like 3 hours a day on it, which is super nice.
Do you have any words of advice or encouragement to give to your community?
This together, so just be there for people and your neighbors and your friends. Just be there.
I would have to say that we are going to get through this, and it might take like a bit longer than we had thought that it would, but so at some point we're all going to get through this and it's going to be okay then.
I would just say be safe, be smart, and just know that we're all in this together and that we'll get through it in the end.
I would say to just hang in there because it's only temporary and this will end soon.
I'd have to say we're all in this together and it's gonna be better soon, but it's just not gonna be as normal as it used to be.
Yeah, kind of just what everyone's been saying. We're all in this we're all quarantining together, and it's not like one of us is missing out on everything. We're all kind of missing out, but we all will get through it together.
Great words of encouragement. We are all in it together. That wraps it up. Thank you for joining us, ladies. We hope you enjoyed hearing from our ambassadors. Stay safe, stay home. We'll see you soon.